Hi, I'm Oliver Cadelli, here with Maddie and Nate, and today we're going to talk about the NFL. Two things that we have to talk about today are what team is going to be most improved and who's going to win the Super Bowl. First, let's go to Nate with who is going to be the most improved.
So I believe that the 49ers will be most improved because if you saw Jimmy Garoppolo has gone 7-0 in all of his starts. So I think that's pretty big. And then they've added a lot of key pieces to their defense, including Richard Sherman. Plus, that defense was stellar in the last 5 games of the year, which they probably didn't make the smartest move they probably should have tanked, but they're going to look like a really good team this year.
Yeah, and I mean, the Cleveland Browns obviously cannot get much worse. They cannot get worse at all, in fact, than they were last year with an 0-16 season. That being said, I think there's room for significant improvement this year with a lot of the additions they made. The first one, most importantly, is that they got their franchise quarterback of the future, Baker Mayfield. Some want to criticize the Browns for taking him with the first overall pick, but regardless of where he should have been drafted in some people's minds, he's still a franchise-caliber quarterback, and he will now have some weapons to work with. Josh Gordon, who's been absent for years, is finally coming back, and we saw what an incredibly large impact he can make when he's on the field and not using drugs. Additionally, you have Jarvis Landry, one of the top possession receivers in the NFL, who will help to their growing offense, and Carlos Hyde as well. This is going to be a vastly improved team, and I would look for them to win 6, 7, 8 games.
I think this year it's going to be the Packers. They had a 7-9 season last year with Aaron Rodgers coming back. Every single year he does something with that team. Every single year they're a playoff team. They were in the divisional final last year. Him coming back without having to play Brett Hundley should give the Packers a playoff chance and a pretty decent run. But now, let's move on to our picks for the Super Bowl. This time, let's start with Maddie.
Yeah, well, I believe the team that has the greatest chance to win the Super Bowl this year is the Los Angeles Rams. You look at how good they were last year. They won their division, the NFC West. Jared Goff improved so much under Sean McVay in his first season at the helm, and Todd Gurley had an MVP-caliber second, finishing second in the NFL. Additionally, on the defensive side of the ball, they added many key pieces, including Aqib Talib from Denver. They also added many other pieces, and of course, you have Aaron Donald coming. Malcolm Peters is the other person. Marcus Peters is the other person they added to their team, and their defense looks stacked this year.
I believe that the Jacksonville Jaguars will win the Super Bowl this year because, that defense is stellar. You look at that cornerback core, which you got A.J. Boye and Jalen Ramsey. That's huge. Plus, they have Barry Church at strong safety, and then their linebacking core with Posluski and T.J. Yeldon. Plus, their line is just amazing with Calais Campbell and everybody else. And then Blake Bortles should have a bounce-back year this year.
I'm going to have to go with the repeat Eagles. They're too strong on both sides of the ball to not be chosen. I think that the Jacksonville Jaguars are defense-heavy and that their offense won't be able to take them through a Super Bowl. And I think that the Rams aren't ready in time. Their players are young, their core is young still. Let it develop a few years. The Eagles have proven that they can go through. They're going to have their MVP quarterback back, and they're going to have all the pieces. I think that in the end, it's going to be a hard repeat, but I think they can do it. And that's all the time we have here on NFL Preview. We'll see you next time.